For more on the company's investment plans in the world's developing markets, our very own White House correspondent, Jessica Stone, spoke to Jay Ireland, President and CEO of GE Africa.
We have probably 60% of our revenues are outside the United States, and of that, the majority are in the developing world. I mean, we've got tremendous growth in China, Africa. We're the fastest growing region in the company, as well as Latin America, Middle East. So it's pretty significant. And we've put 4 years ago, we put senior leaders in these places to really drive our commitment to the developing areas.
Talk to me about the comparisons that you have observed, if any, from Southeast Asia investment in those developing economies. Yep. And East Asia to now the continent of Africa.
Yeah, my first visit to China was in 1990, 91. Also at the time in Singapore, Thailand, et cetera, and Indonesia. And, you know, there's a lot of similarities to Africa today. You know, everyone at that time complained about rule of law, about infrastructure issues in China and these other countries, and the ability to do business. And the big government's focused on it, they fixed it, and we've seen tremendous growth. And I think you look at Africa today, they've grown 5% with all these problems. And so lack of power, lack of good logistics, et cetera. So fixing those problems will even accelerate the growth rate as we go forward.
Certainly China's been heavily invested on the continent of Africa. Has that been a competition, or has that been a source of synergy for GE?
It's both. You know, we compete with many companies from China, but at the other hand, they're our partners. We work with engineering companies that have come in to do projects and build the projects. We have also benefited from some of the financing of some projects as well. They've done a tremendous amount in civil works, roads, rail, et cetera. So all of that's been great from a standpoint of building out the continent. So yes, we compete as well, but that's the world today. You have partners, customers, competitors, they're all one.
What do you need from the governments in the countries where you work?
I think the biggest thing is stability, transparency, the ability to abide by the contracts, all the things that we're seeing. And I think the governments understand that. They're working with us. We're in the infrastructure game, so, power purchase agreements, off-take agreements, things like that are important, and the ability to finance them. The key thing for Africa development is going to be getting financing, and the financing is going to be predicated upon having those kind of things, where the bankers and the money feel comfortable about putting their investment in.
When you heard about Power Africa, presumably even before the announcement last summer, what did that strike you as in terms of a vehicle, not just to get your participation, but so many more American multinationals that might have not been interested without certain guarantees?
Well, Power Africa, there are no guarantees still, but Power Africa, what it does is it pulls the U.S. government's different agencies all under one umbrella. And that's important because whether it's Exim Bank, OPIC, USTDA, Millennium Challenge Corporation, all of those are, there's tools, and to put them together and to really get a holistic approach. We're doing that now in Ghana, where we're putting a project together from fuel to the consumer, utilizing the full breadth of Power Africa agencies, as well as what we can do with our contacts and supply chain, et cetera. So, and our partners in project developers. So all of that to me, is the key thing. So I think that's the piece that's been missing from the U.S. So we're never going to be able to come in with a boatload of money and be able to do all that stuff. But there's commitments, there's people focused on those countries, and that's how we're going to go at it.